Hey there friends, David Gold here with a How to Draw video, and today I thought I would do a drawing of a hand that is foreshortened. I am drawing a Gambit poster for a friend of mine, and with the pose that he is in, there is a lot of foreshortening going on in his left arm. So I thought I would do a video on this, and there's 3 steps that I'm going to be taking in doing this drawing, so let's jump in and get started. Okay, so here we are in step 1, which is just to lay down the basic shapes of the object. So you can see here that I'm just laying down some quick and light gesture shapes of where I want the arm and hand to go. No details just yet. I think a lot of times what artists, or what amateur artists like to do, is they like to work on everything all at once. So instead of laying down a foundation, they jump right into the details. So they spend all this time hammering out the details on, say, the head or the chest or whatever, and if they mess up with the anatomy, they have to go back and erase all that work that they just did. But if you start here like I did with just a simple layout of where things are going to go and the size of everything, you can look out, or you can look and say, okay, this is too big or too small or just right, and then go from there. So I'm just making little hot dog shapes for the fingers and circles for the forearm, and that is going to complete my first layout, or the first step, which is the layout, and now I can start moving on to the next step. Okay, so here we are in step 2, which is to outline the form. And once you have the basic shapes down, it's easy now to go over and start laying in the base for whatever it is you're drawing. We still aren't looking for too much detail in this phase, but this is where you can start fleshing out your figure, and so you can see I'm getting the outline of the fingers in, where the curves are, and so on. Still keeping it light and simple at the start so I can erase if I need to, and then as I move along I'll start layering up and putting more detail in. But the idea here is to start out simple and light, and then work your way into the detail. One note that I want to make about foreshortening, and this is something that I had to practice over and over before I figured it out, but if you have an object that is coming out to you, if you look at it, the base of the object, or the part that is furthest away, is going to be much skinnier or smaller than the part of the object that is closest to you. So if you look at the hand that I have drawn, you see that since the hand and fingers are jutting out toward the viewer, the shoulder is going to be a lot smaller than the hand is, and then even the base of the fingers is going to be much skinnier than the tips. And these are just some basic effects that we can use as artists to make the figures look like they are popping out of the page and give them that 3D look. Okay, so here's the final image of what the poster looks like. The third step in the process is to ink the image, but due to lack of time I went ahead and did the inks off screen and just brought up the image so you can see the final piece. Zoomed out, you can see the effects of the foreshortening with the inks I put in, and then also with the cards that are flying out of Gambit's hand. But I just wanted you to get a basic idea of how we can see these effects to make our images pop, and to give you a brief tutorial on the steps that I would go through in creating a piece like this. So I hope this video was useful to you, and I just want to thank you all for watching.